All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of the Rock and Roll Geezers Show, your rock news outlet, if you will, weekly rock news outlet. I'm your host, Murph, and as you can see, they're destroying a building behind me in Dubai for the 4th of July. They do take things quite to the extreme over there. So, yeah, there goes the building. Of course, it isn't, but nonetheless, happy 4th of July, everybody. We hope you had a great one. I sure did, and I hope my co-host did there. That would be Doc Vox. How you doing there, Doc?
Yeah, doing pretty good. Hope everybody had a great Independence Day weekend. It's been a bit warm, a little tepid,
Mm-hmm.
but
Yeah.
hey, that's what we like in the summer. So yeah, we do got some rock news to pass on to you a little bit. A few familiar folks got stories going on this week, but we got a festival fiasco. We always love talking about those.
Well, I never heard of this festival, Capulet. Just how
Yeah,
it
it's a
sounds,
metal core,
Capulet
real hard
Fest.
metal kind of thing. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Well, no, I don't know how long it's been going. I know they had a
yeah.
2023 version, but this year things went south. Apparently, boy, oh boy, where do we start? Well, let's just go to the what should have been the actual schedule. There was what was promised to folks. I mean, they were promised 3 days, just debauchery, if you will, if you want to call it debauchery. Look at all those bands, so fabulous. Look at so many bands, and it would have been a great time. There's only one problem, Doc. This is what showed up. This is what they
Yeah.
had right there. There's their show, and wow. So this has caused really a quite a big deal. Apparently, like I said, I never heard of the thing, but considering these two pictures, what should have been and what has been is pretty pathetic. So there's all sorts of people going after the promoters on this, and deservedly so. I think there's some attorneys general getting into the mix too. So
Yeah, oh yeah.
this was a big, big stinking mess. So what do you think about this one, Doc? Jeez.
Yeah, this is supposed to be be an outdoor festival at a racetrack,
Mm-hmm.
and it's supposed
Yeah.
to be 55 bands, and you have camping, and it's going to be one of those kind of deals, just an all
Right.
out,
Party.
outdoors and music for 3 days, and that ain't what happened. So the day before, this is in Connecticut. This is like
Mm-hmm.
the Connecticut's version of Fire Festival, man. Really, because
That's what I thought. I thought a fire festival. Yeah,
oh
yeah.
yeah, how can you not? But yeah, the day before they posted, we are moving to the Webster this weekend. Don't freak. Lineup is coming. Only problem, this is an hour away. This is an entirely different town. It's a small indoor venue. It has two stages. One of the stages, maybe about 200 people capacity, and the other one, not much more. It went from a 13,000 capacity venue to 1,300. So
Wow.
yeah,
Oh
20
my.
bands dropped out, and then again, just like Firefest, they promise all this stuff, and then you're gonna be outdoor camping, and this whole experience, which of course none of it came to be. And then halfway through the second day, they just pulled the plug. And they said these guys
Wow.
haven't paid the rent, they haven't paid anything, and now that's what the guy's name is Estevan Vega.
Oh,
Uh,
Esteban Vega. Great
Yeah, he
name.
put out a cool name, but yeah, he put out a kind of a crybaby, kind of pseudo apology, kind of yeah, they're out to get us. We tried, and we got a target on our backs, and
Well, yeah, you got it.
and
Yeah. I'm sorry, folks. D-
well, it
you know,
comes out, yeah, they didn't pay anybody, or not fully. And when he was questioned about it, he was kind of well, there's been a question about payment schedules and well, basically, dude, you ain't paid, man. So people are pulling the plug on you. So
wow.
yeah,
Yeah.
again, I have no idea how long this has been going on, but they did it successfully at least once before. So I mean, they
They had
kind
a
of know how to do it.
2023.
Yeah.
Yeah. So something really went south there, brother, because yeah, yeah, to have that
And then he's asking
massive of
about
a
refund.
collapse. Oh
Yeah, and he's
yeah.
asking about refunds. And he's kind of like, well, there's a the policy is clearly stated. So he thinks basically just by printing that on the back of the ticket, no
Boom.
refunds. That no matter what, no refunds. And no, dude, you have legal liabilities here. And to the point, the Attorney General of Connecticut is getting involved. And he gave a big press conference about it, and
Yeah,
he
yeah.
said, yeah,
I
these
watched
guys are
most of
going to
it.
be paying.
Yeah.
Yeah, these guys are going to be paying up. So
I used to go to those kind of festivals, back in my day, and he's given the spin of being an old rocker himself, who is quite honestly disgusted with it, and he should be. You know, they did it one year, and I don't know, maybe they screwed up last year. But yeah, they they deserve what they get coming from them, because what a total disaster. Let's have a Capulet 2, just like Fire Festival
right.
2, like that Joker's trying to do. But yeah, well, what a shame. You hate when
Well,
something
just
like that.
the smarminess that come across from this guy, like, well, we have a clearly stated policy. You're
Uh,
like, well, just because you put it on a ticket doesn't make it so, man. I mean, there's
you
legal
know,
issues here that need to be looked into.
oh,
So,
they'll be looked into. He's gonna
oh
have
yeah,
quite
oh
a
yeah, Attorney
liability.
General seemed all fired up about it, man. He seemed, yeah,
Well, they deserve it, because that's not a big enough show with just Skillet and whatever that is. All just a few other bands playing. So, tough noodles, man. Tough
yeah. There's
noodles.
a video out there from one of the bands. I have no idea his name, but they were playing when they pulled the plug. We were just into our second song. And then you hear
Wow.
somebody yelling in the back, dude didn't pay the rent.
Oh my gosh.
Say, it's time to
Wow.
go. So,
Wow. That's wow. Yeah. That's bad when they cut the show right in the middle of a set.
right?
Then it's really bad. I wonder if they cut
Just tell
Skillet's set.
everybody to go home. I mean,
Yeah.
man, you got to be ready for the potential repercussions of that. I mean, I guess the crowd's pretty limited at that point
Yeah.
because there's not,
Yeah.
many, the venue doesn't hold too many to begin with. And plus,
Oh.
how many even, made that trip from the other place? It was an hour away. No, I'm sure
Oh.
people were like, getting hotel rooms. Like I said, there was a whole camping situation they could have, got involved in, and this is a whole big weekend, and it ended up being a big nothing burger, man. So yeah, I hope
Wow.
these people get all their money refunded to them and a little something for their time. Quite
And
honestly, I know
yeah,
they won't, but
say
um,
goodbye to the festival. Good riddance. Good riddance. Moving on. Here's a cheery guy. There he is. There's Noel Gallagher. Noel Gallagher, by golly, I tell you what, he's uh he's sort of ticked off. Well, when isn't he ticked off? Quite honestly, when isn't his cat ticked off? And he's talking about Glastonbury, our favorite festival. Oh gosh, I didn't put. Or wait. Oh, there it is. Look at it. There's the Glastonbury Festival right there. That is
uh,
unbelievable. Look at the area that covers. It's stunning. 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 But anyway, back to this cat. Uh he's ticked off. The headline reads from the good people of NME. Noel Gallagher says Glastonbury has gone woke with, quote, little effing idiots waving flags around. It's like, look, play your effing tunes and get off. So, needless to say, he's been on our radar quite a long time for being just get off my lawn kind of guy. That's basically what he is. And he says that, yeah, 2024 Glastonbury got a bit woke for his liking, just a bit too much. And he performed there back in 1994, and then last performed solo in 2022. So he's been there. He knows what's
yeah, so
going
yeah, it
on.
seemed like something recently. Oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So and then he did clarify that despite his various gripes, the festival was, quote, probably the best effing thing about Britain apart from the Premier League. Well, that's not a real high bar to climb, but nonetheless. Don't get me wrong, I effing love Glastonbury. It's getting a bit woke now, that place, and a bit kind of preachy, and a bit virtue signaling, he continued. I don't like it in music. Little effing idiots waving flags around and making political statements, and bands taking the stage and saying, hey guys, it's war. Isn't war terrible? Yeah. Let's all boo war. F the Tories, man. And all that. Uh, so, so yeah, he says that it's like, look, play your effing tunes and get off the stage. Well put. For a guy who
Yeah,
I,
but
I
it's never been
just,
that way, and it's never going to be that way, especially these days. I mean,
oh,
it's the way of the world. I mean, it's not just the music. It's not just. I mean, it's everywhere. You know.
taking
So
over everything, the wokeness,
yeah, he's
but
kind of being that crusty old guy kind of, but you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
we
Uh,
agree with him, of course. But it's just I'm not going to change. It's the way it is now, man. Just
oh yeah, yeah. And that's not the only problem he's got. Doc, he's another quote here, headliner from NME, the Good People Act. Noel Gallagher shares frustration at having to undergo surgery on his quote bad knee. And the guitarist is said to be not happy at all about needing the operation. And how the hell do you get bad knees when you don't? Well, maybe he did do physical work some point in his life, or maybe he's just it's
nah, I don't think so.
heredity.
They hit pretty young,
I
so
got bad knees, but I earned it. Boy, I
uh,
was one of those hard labor kind of workers, construction workers for quite a long time. So yeah, but yeah, sure enough, he confirmed the news during an appearance on a podcast where he said, "I've got bad knees. Actually, I've got to have an operation, of course, on my effing knee. He's got to accentuate the knee with the F.
right. Yeah.
He didn't explain the specifics, but what led to the knee surgery. But yeah, really, he isn't happy about. He said he isn't happy about the fact he needs a knee surgery. Why did his knees blow out? He's a musician. He just stand around and look goofy. And the thing is, it's a familial type of thing. It comes after Noel's brother Liam recovered from a hip operation in 2023 that stemmed from an arthritis
Oh, there
diagnosis.
you go. Yeah,
So
there's
holy cow, I know that.
something hereditary going on there.
Well, I got. I'm sure we talked. I got arthritis in my. Got a bad back and arthritis in my hips. But Doc, miraculously, my hips actually feel pretty good. I'm not really walking with much of a limp anymore. So, I don't know what it is. I don't know what kind of magical elixir I'm using in my daily life, but actually, yeah, I'm walking a lot better.
Perhaps
Because
something to
well,
keep down the inflammation and whatnot.
I
Yeah.
don't know what it is, but I do, I got arthritis. Ain't know what about that, but feeling a lot better. So maybe I can send Liam some tips on how to make his hips feel better. But yeah, these guys, good riddance. Uh, and then of course about Liam, with his hip injury, one fan asked him whether or not the operation has affected his trademark swagger, and he replied, "I'm getting my physio to study videos of my old walk so we don't miss a trick. The
Yeah, I thought
comeback
that
is
was
real."
interesting. Yeah.
Wow, he must have really screwed him up. He's got to look at old videos to relearn
Go
how
look
to
at
do
videos
his
to see.
walk.
Yeah, yeah. I thought that was pretty. Never heard of that before. So
Well, what did Grandpa Walter Brennan? What was it? Real McCoys, or he had that big old hip, that big old
right.
bad hip walk. Maybe Liam's working with that right now. I don't know. I'd like to see that though. That'd be cool. See Liam come
Yeah,
in
but
walking like
yeah, you
Grandpa.
talking about Glastonbury over there, and last year, remember, we talked quite a bit about Glastonbury. There was a lot going
Yes.
on there then, but this
Yeah.
year not so much. Just his comments there. One of artists I like, PJ Harvey. She performed over there. I'd like to see her. But
Mm-hmm.
she made some comments, and you can't help but agree with just violence brings more violence, killing brings more killing, anger brings more anger, and demonstrations bring more demonstrations. I mean, she's right. It's all just perpetuates upon itself and just spirals out of control. And
Yes,
I
sir.
don't guess anybody knows what the answer is, but
Well, we'll see. It's
I don't
it's such
know.
a weird year. All these festivals closing, festivals, you know, going badly. And we've got a few festivals doing well, but yeah, I don't know. I think it's a cause of the world inflation. Basically, everything costing so much. Doggone it, Doc. I went shopping last week. I usually don't buy
Oh,
cereal.
don't even get me going. I just
I
got
went
back
look.
from the
Hey,
store, man.
yeah. Well, I usually don't buy
Oh my
cereal. I'm a
god.
Special K kind of guy. I like Special
Okay.
K. But I haven't, so I said, I'll try some cereal for breakfast since I've been doing bacon and sausage forever. I almost, I almost had my fifth grabber when I saw the price of the damn thing, and no
No,
wonder, wow, whoa. So I did not buy Special K. I bought Cinnamon Life. So there, man, because it was more reasonably priced. This is ridiculous. This is crazy, man. And that's the disposable income that a lot of people can't use to go to festivals and go to concerts and stuff. I mean, there's a snowball effect with high prices. It
that's
doesn't just affect you
exactly
at the
right,
grocery
man.
store, it affects you everywhere. Concerts, really.
Yep,
All these festivals having trouble, and a lot of it's because of price and logistics, and logistics basically uh, 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 blends right in with the
economics.
high prices,
Yep,
economics. Yes, yes.
yep.
So, boy, oh boy, I don't know. And all these bands that are getting away from festivals, on protest, you might
Right.
want to rethink that. You might want to rethink
Yeah,
that.
we've had a lot of that early this summer, just boycotting festivals because they don't like a sponsor or who they've uh, loaned money to in the past or whatever, and just get really into some minutia. Seems to me. I'm sure it's important to them, but whatever.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you just kind of shooting yourself in the foot. Man.
Oh, wow. Before I forget, Doc, do you notice my every 6 month right eye infection is back? I'm sure you notice that. Doggone it. If they're like clockwork, man, every 6 months my right eye gets infected. It's just, I don't know. It's a thing. So if I look funky, that's it. I'm not drunk on margaritas or whatnot. I don't get drunk on that stuff. But yeah, my right eye ear infection. Now everybody's gonna look at it for the rest of the show. So it is what it is. I'll tell you what I want to look at. We're talking about Kiss doing their avatars and whatnot, using the company that ABBA used to put their Avatar show on, and Kiss is doing it, and now here we go. I dug. It looks like Motley Crue's going to be talking about avatars, and I found a picture of their avatars, Doc. There they are, right there. Isn't that great? They look fabulous, just fabulous. But yeah, Nikki Six, oh, her most favorite bass player. He headline. Well, let's get the headline. Let's do Blabbermouth. All the good people of Blabbermouth. Headline: Nikki Six is open to Motley Crue avatars. Quote: When the time is right. You know, the time was right about what 5 years ago. Before the lots of guitarists and whatnot. And
Yeah, right. When they did the first felt farewell tour, that would have been when the time was right, I guess. But
is that the
no,
movie? Is
no,
that the movie The End? Is that the one I saw
I believe
yesterday on
so.
TV?
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
on TV
probably.
either yesterday or today. Yeah, The End. So what a joke. Gosh, that's like the biggest gaslight of all times right there. Well, most bands do it. Jeez, you know, all they
Well, we
can't
just talked last week about Pete Townsend and the Who, and he's talking about
uh
to put asses in the seats, you could always sell it as a farewell tour. It's like, yeah, you would know, buddy. You would know.
yeah, yeah, they had one back in the 80s, I thought.
Oh, they've
Jeez.
been doing it since the early '80s, man. My
God, I
goodness.
saw him in '76 with Moon.
There you go. With
Boy,
Moon.
just a
Oh
four
yeah.
piece, no bullshit, no, well, and then I saw him again after Moon passed, and they had a horn section with them doing a lot of quadrophenian stuff. But that first concert, oh, Nelly, that was a doozy. But yeah, they're talking about, 60 says, he doesn't know what the future holds. Well, we did some stuff with holograms years ago before the technology was really fleshed out. At some point, we're not going to be here anymore. Duh. I mean, not to be a Debbie Downer, but it's just not going to happen. And how great for your band or whatever it is that you do to be able to go forward for generations and generations. So I think when the time is right, put us in a coffin and fire up the avatars. I don't know. When you look at it like that, it's even boo. Hang on, where?
Boo.
Let me see if I got it here. Oh, there it is. Oh, you bet, old lady. Yeah, you are correct. Yeah, you know, no, they would. America doesn't want him to go on forever. Because there's always going to be a new thing. and they're not. I don't. I don't think that the Kiss maybe just because of their flamboyance and whatnot, but Crew, I don't know if they could sustain uh an
Well,
Avatar
even
show.
the
I don't
Kiss
know.
one. I mean,
Well, yeah,
each
yeah.
band, each music artist, they have their period in time, and then once it's done, and they seem to think that it needs to go on for future generations. Well, I don't
No,
know.
it
There's so
doesn't.
much video and everything else now. It's not like
Yes, yes, exactly.
is, is anybody clamoring for holograms of rock heroes from the past or
No,
whatever. Even going back to the old jazz guys or something. I don't know, whatever. Nobody's clamoring for that kind of stuff.
no,
So,
no. We
and
got
then
the music.
there's not even a lot stuff available as far as video and stuff for that. So, yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. Good riddance. Yeah, like you say, you got the music, you got the videos already, you got the live videos, you got the MTV videos. No, that I don't think that's gonna catch on. And maybe they
I don't
think
think
that it's
anybody's going to go to a hologram show feeling like they saw the band. I can't
no.
imagine
It's gonna
going to
be
see.
and
Yeah, man, I
and
went to Motley Crue show. Yeah,
well, and who
no,
knows?
not
Who
really.
knows in the future, Doc? Everybody may be so freaking brainwashed by that point that they would consider that quality entertainment. I just can't see it, man. I can't see it, but yeah, yeah, it is what it is, and that's all, doggone. Here's some sad news. Oh, geez, oh boy, we hate when this happens. Uh, what was it? Ann Hart, Hart's Ann Wilson. She's undergoing cancer treatment, and the whole Royal Flush tour is postponed. God, I hate old age. God, I hate to seeing this. Because I think they were coming through our neck of the woods. I thought. Let me see. Hart has postponed the Royal Flush Tour, so Annie Wilson can undergo cancer treatment. The 74-year-old musician, 74, said in a
Yeah,
statement Tuesday that she recently underwent an operation to remove something that, as it turns out, was cancerous, probably a small tumor or something, I imagine. The operation was successful, and I'm feeling great, but my doctors are now advising me to undergo a course of preventative chemotherapy, and I've decided to do it, she added. And so my doctors are instructing me to take the rest of the year away from the stage in order to fully recover. Yeah, yeah. And, of course, she says she absolutely plans to return to the stage in 2025 and will share details with fans as soon as we can. Thank you for our support. This is merely a pause. I have much more to sing. Ah, really? Well, what do you do? What do you do? And Cheap Trick was part of their tour also. For most of the tour, Cheap Trick was
yeah,
opening
and I
for.
think they're jumping on and off that Def Leppard Journey thing too. I think
Yes,
it's them
yes.
and Steve Miller and somebody
Ah,
else. I think they're
yes,
kind of
yeah,
rotating around. So Cheap
yeah.
Trick, yeah, be Cheap Trick. I think between the three of them, they're filling that other spot. So
Boy, oh
oh yeah,
boy.
well remember they were kind of out of it for a while. The sisters weren't. They were kind of doing their own
Talking,
thing for
yeah,
a little
yeah,
while there. And
yeah,
back
exactly.
together now, and she's one of the great voices of all time, man. She really is.
Oh, yeah.
And for 74, she looks great. I mean, I know she always, on throughout her career, kind of caught a lot of stuff for her weight and stuff, which I always thought was stupid. Like, what's that got to do with her voice, man? She's a great voice.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
that was in the period of the 80s when everything was more style over substance. And but
Well, don't tell that to the gal who sang "God Bless America" back in the day. Oh, who was that? The big lady? I can't.
Bess Smith,
Yes, something like that. Yes.
Kate
Kate
Smith, yeah,
Smith. Kate Smith.
Kate Smith.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It
Well,
shouldn't
even
matter.
look at Aretha Franklin, greatest voice of all time. She would had her struggles with her weight. Nobody ever brought it up with her because it wasn't important. But in the
Oh,
rock world, I don't know, man. It seemed to be, I
well,
I never cared. I mean, I thought she
well.
was.
Everything,
I was always been a fan. More the
every
'70s stuff than the '80s. But
everybody's superficial though. If you remember on the singing show, one of the singing shows, there was this homely British lady came up and
oh,
sang. What's her name? Can
what's
you
her
remember?
name? Boyle, something.
Boyle. Yes, yes.
Oh,
Good call.
geez,
But yes, you're right, Boyle. And everybody's like blown away, stuck. You gotta be kidding me. This unattractive girl can sing. It's like,
right.
you freaking clowns, you jerk offs. Really, we're the human race. We suck. Of course she can sing. Yeah, yeah. And I've seen recently, yeah, she's doing very well. I think she bought the house she grew up in or something and redid it and everything. She's happy as a lark. So good for her. But yeah, we're so artificial. This lady's fat. Oh, we can't listen to her sing. Or this lady's unattractive. We can't listen to her sing.
right?
Like, geez, people, we are so horrible, you know.
Guy
But
like Tom Petty wouldn't stand a chance these days, man.
oh man, hey Bob Dylan, what's doing, man? Well, hey, I'm Petty.
Or
Yeah,
Jim Croce. Jim Croce was not a very easy to
well,
look at kind of
but
guy, but
well, the thing
freaking
he
love him,
had
man.
though,
Great songwriter, man.
songwriter supreme. So yeah, he would have made it regardless because great songwriters are going to make it. Period. I mean, a great song is a great song. So yeah. Oh man, I now I'm bugged about her last name, Doc, or her name. Like, oh well, whatever.
Yeah, something Boyle. It's bugging me
Yes,
now too.
yes. Well, yeah, and good for her, and
Yeah.
it is what it is, and that's all I got to say about that. All right, moving on. Here's an interesting story. Yeah, we've been talking the Van Halen drum sets going up for auction. Recently, all his drum sets are all his, getting rid of all his drums. What's it
Yeah.
got first name?
Alex,
Alex. I'm sorry, quick brain fart. Alex. Yeah, he's selling all
Susan
his
Boyle, and Alex Van Halen.
Alex, Susan
There we
Boyle.
go.
That's right. Yeah,
Yes.
Alex Van Halen. Yeah, obviously he's selling everything. Basically, he's retired. So that's all there is to that. And I'll be darned. Here we found this little article come up, and look at here. Let me get out of the way. There it is. That is the Canadian Eddie Van Halen's Canadian flag guitar, and it's going to be auctioned off. It's up for auction. Julian's Auctions. Their biannual played, worn, and torn rock and roll iconic guitars auction is once again set to feature some incredible guitars and music artifacts from your favorite artists. And this time around, the Beverly Hills, California, there you go, based auction house is highlighting one piece of rock and roll history that has remained absent from the world for 30 years. 3 decades the thing's been hiding. For rock music aficionados, a recently unearthed piece of memorabilia adds a unique layer to this national holiday's history. A 1993 Ernie Ball Music Man Eddie Van Halen signature guitar emblazoned with the Canadian flag, played by the legendary guitarist himself during a Canada Day concert. So this is cool. This guitar, it's unseen for 31 years, has resurfaced, igniting a wave of nostalgia and curiosity. Its backstory is as vibrant as a red and white paint job. Crafted in March of 1993, the guitar, initially listed as Guitar Van Halen Purple Translucent, may have undergone a transformation before its patriotic makeover. The maple neck basswood body, blah blah, signature DiMarzio humbuckers remain a testament to Eddie's meticulous style and eye for craftsmanship. Yeah, yeah. This is wild though. Yeah, on July 1st, 1993, Van Halen took the stage at Molson Park in Barrie, Ontario for a Canada Day concert. As the encore approached, he unveiled the Canadian flag guitar, a surprise for the audience and a tribute to the nation. And the encore featured iconic songs like Jump, You Really Got Me, Rocket in the Free World. And it became a historic moment in both Van Halen led legacy and Canada Day celebrations. But it's been gone for 30 years, Doc. It's been hiding away. That's pretty.
Whereabouts unknown. Yeah, very
Well,
mysterious.
the guitar's whereabouts for the past 3 decades had remained a mystery. Its reemergence, complete with a black hardshell case, a concert ticket, and photographs of the performance, is a treasure trove for collectors and fans alike. The instrument's journey from the factory floor to the stage to a hidden corner of rock and roll history speaks volumes about the enduring power of music and its ability to create lasting moments. The enduring power of Eddie Van Halen, with all due respects, but good riddance. But yeah, it really doesn't. Does it say where? They found it? Yeah, I couldn't find that
No,
really.
no, they don't say where it was at or how they came back across it. They're very mysterious
Wow.
about it. Almost
Wow.
seems like it was put away for such a to come out at such time to be
I'll be
sold.
darned.
Who knows? But
Oh, well, we've heard, John Lennon recently, one of his iconic guitars was found in some attic,
yeah,
that's been hidden for 50 years. So, yeah, who knows? But that,
yeah, right. His
yeah,
12 string. Yeah, you remember that?
right,
It was
right, right.
given to the guy from what Jerry and the Pacemakers. One of those guys. No,
I
not
think
Jerry.
you are one of them early British.
Gordon, whatever. What else? I don't know.
It was Peter and Gordon, my man.
Peter and Gordon.
Peter
There
and
you
Gordon,
go.
yeah, yeah. But how about that? I'll be darned. And yeah, he only played it for a few songs, but still, it's signed by all four members
Oh,
of
dude, it's an Eddie Van Halen
see,
guitar, man.
look at that.
That's all you
Signed.
need. Yeah.
All four of them signed it. So yeah, that's pretty cool. That should bring a whole ton of money. Wonder if it's going to a charity or anything. I didn't
Yeah, it's
see it.
going to a charity called City of Hope.
Good.
Excuse me.
Boom.
It's
Oh yeah.
cancer and other life-threatening diseases. So
Researching. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
all the proceeds go into that.
Well, that's a good thing, man. It's good to see some good come of that. Yeah, Eddie. Boy, oh boy. Still marvel at his tone and his playing and that first album. Basically introducing that brown sound that just was monster. Everybody took up the brown sound after that. But how iconic! How cool to find these rare guitars. Who'd have known? Jeez, what do you think?
Yeah,
What
like I
do you?
said, this one's very mysterious though. They don't know. There's nothing about where it was at, how it was found, where
But
it
as
came
long as
from, or
it's
who
the
found it.
guitar,
Nothing.
though, yeah. But that's really wild, though. Just the fact that it's there, though. Now, boy, what do you think that's gonna go for? Jeez, there's some very rich, internet people out there.
Yeah,
I bet you they're
lots of
gonna.
money
Boy,
around.
what do you think? Take a guess, Doc. We'll
Oh,
put it on the tape right now.
I could not even hazard a
You could.
guess.
I'm gonna hazard a guess. Well, let me see.
300 grand. I don't know.
I'm gonna go minimum half a mil. Okay, we're
Yeah,
on
okay.
tape now. We'll see what happens. Because yeah, that I'm sure we're running. Well, we're probably not running out of Eddie Van Halen guitars, but any good guitars he has, of course, the son has. So the son's probably got all his great guitars. So this was just one that got away. So yeah, I bet you it's gonna bring a half a mil plus. We'll see. Here's one we talked about just last week, Doc. MTV. Gosh Almighty. Again, one of the greatest disappointments in television history because they were for what 14 years they were like the top of really for kids for music aficionados
They
they
were
were
the
it.
culture, man.
They were a
They were the
culture.
culture. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and then they just I don't know if it started with the game show remote control like we talked about last. I don't know what started the downfall, but gosh almighty, is it even still around? Is there an actual MTV or is it now
Yeah, but
MTV
no longer
Classics?
says
And
music. It no longer says music television under the M though. So it's just MTV.
MTV
The M does not
Jerky?
stand for music anymore. I don't
Oh
know what it stands
God,
for now, but
moron
yeah, once
TV.
they kind of started with the reality shows, Real World,
Ah,
and
God,
people.
real world, really? That
Uh, what
jerks.
happens when you put seven total strangers in a house? Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. We don't want to know. Gosh, I'm a hermit, so that would drive me nuts. I'd probably be a serial killer at the end of it. Who knows? But anyway, we talked last week on how MTV was shutting down their what do you call it?
Kind of their archives,
Their
man, just to
archives. Thank
get to
you.
their news department. Yeah,
Just the
they
archives. Yeah.
shut down their news department in 2023,
Okay.
and we just like we talked about last week. They shut down access to all of those articles and news stories and videos and everything. And the reason they cited was just because it was too expensive to keep up with the liability insurance.
I'm surprised at that.
Yeah, that was really weird. So,
You know,
but now you got this nonprofit organization, the Internet Archive, and they've decided to put it out. They've created a searchable index for it. It's called In Their Wayback Machine, And yeah, you go on there and you can access all that stuff that you could previously through MTV.
Yeah,
But
yeah. It's a new MTV News. This is according to Variety, an MTV News repository of 460,000 articles launched by the Internet Archive after Paramount's content takedown. Yeah, Paramount. I see that Paramount Plus
right,
name around. I'm not hip to that. I'm sorry.
yeah,
Taking
it
down
seemed to
the
be a
content.
big corporate monster. Yeah.
But we knew, we talked last week on how, yeah, somebody's gonna glam onto this, somebody's gonna grab onto this and save it. I mean,
Well, they're
it can't be
not
gone.
they're a nonprofit organization, so I'm thinking maybe just through other stuff that they archive, they already have that insurance in place, and
Could be, yeah, good call.
they can just absorb this, and without any of that cost. But yeah, then it comes into copyright questions, and I guess it comes into copyright where they can't reproduce any of it, but in effect is what they have is a digital lending library. So it's kind
Hmm.
of like going to the library and accessing the stuff, but obviously you're doing it
But
through
at
the
least it's
internet. So,
saved, though.
but yeah, you can't reproduce it. I'm sure they have whatever they have where you can't copy it, but
That's good.
I'm
That's
sure
I.
there's ways around that. But who knows? I don't know.
They should save everything. Save it all. Back in the old days, we couldn't. The early Tonight Show, Johnny Carson shows. They just recorded over all of them. All the old ones. And at some point, they started saving them, but
Right?
his early shows are all gone. They recorded over those tapes. So yeah,
Yeah, I
they
never
could.
thought twice about it. Just record
Yeah.
it back over. Always think about just saving a buck and
Oh man. The- and some of those every now and then on my Facebook feed, Johnny Carson old episode will come up where he has somebody on it, and there's some great episodes. Dave Osborne, Super Dave,
Super
Super
Dave.
Dave's
Yeah,
on there, and he's got a three. There's one bit where he does three jokes, and he comes on with female lips. It's like they're actual real. It's the most funny thing. It's it. Yeah, yeah, and but most of the early stuff's gone. So if MTV, if somebody saved all this, and which they should, really get a 150 terabyte hard drive and put it all on that or something for Christ's sakes. But like you say, it's much more involved with insurance and all that crap, and so, but they got to be able to save it. Crying out loud, like I say, get a hard drive, get an external hard drive. Jeez. Oh, geez. I don't know, but at least it's being saved. Good riddance. We can't afford to do. Well, Paramount, they can't afford anything. Paramount's losing a whole bunch of money, and that sort of concerns me because they also own Pluto TV, which is live on our systems. You got it, I'm sure I got it, and yeah, so I don't want to see Pluto TV go. I don't mind Paramount goes, but Pluto TV, eh. So we'll see how that works out, though. I don't know. We'll see if they've got end up making us pay for it or whatnot. We'll see what happens. Ah, here's one of our old buddies. Oh, there he is, Alice. There's Alice Cooper. Oh yeah, it looks like he just made a fabulous shot, and I don't know, or is that a putter? Yeah, maybe a fabulous putt. But Alice Cooper, everybody knows, legendary rocker Alice Cooper. We're going to be feeding off a blabbermouth on this one. Alice Cooper, yeah, legendary rock and roller. Seen him many times. Seen him in the early days. Just outrageously cool. Become a legend of uh, of the concert scene, basically too. He's one of the grandfathers of the concert scene. Always touring, always making money, always bringing uh, uh, basically unknowns with him to make them great. And wow, and now, and he was a drunkard. I remember back in the day seeing him in that picture sitting on a throne that was made of Budweiser cans. The whole throne he was sitting on was made of Budweiser. He was such a drunk back in the days, and he says that golf, basically saved his life. He traded one addiction, alcohol, to another addiction, golf. Except golf won't kill
am I
you.
dreaming this? But I swear I've seen pictures of him with a beer on the golf course.
Nope,
So
can't
they
be.
kind of make it sound like
He has
he
no.
he stopped drinking and took up golf. But
He's totally off. He
is there
hasn't
not some
touched it in a
overlap
long.
there? I don't know. Maybe not. I don't
No,
know.
no. I'm pretty freaking confident he doesn't drink at all. Yeah.
Well, he doesn't now. I know. No, not now. But
Oh,
I'm saying
back
back in the
then,
day.
oh yeah, maybe when he was doing the transition, you know,
Yeah.
like John Daly, you know,
Yeah.
he'll drink a case if he could, if you and smoke a pack
Smoke
of
a cigar.
cigarettes
Yeah. Yeah.
through 18 holes if you would let him. That guy's the best. That's America right there, John Daly. That guy doesn't care at all, really, what anybody thinks. And he's so cool, so cool. Yeah, yeah, through tournaments, he'll say, I drank this much throughout the tournament, smoked this many cigarettes. He doesn't care. But yeah, good old Alice. Oh, we all love Alice. But yeah, he's uh, Rocco Mediate. Have you heard this guy? Is that how you pronounce his name? I don't even
Yeah.
know.
That's the way it's spelled.
Just like it
Rocco
is,
Mediate.
Rocco Mediate, a legendary golfer who's won 6 tour championships, I believe. And him and Alice are getting together on Sirius XM and doing a show that's going to combine both rock and golf. And apparently, Rocco Mediate is a frustrated musician, and Alice calls himself a frustrated golfer. So, going to be unscripted. They're just going to go to town and just whatever goes. Basically like what we do here. Find a topic and just go to town. Bam. And I think that's pretty cool. Alice, what can he do? Geez, he's
How
got his.
old is Alice Cooper now, man? My God, this guy never stopped. He's a glutton for punishment. I swear to God, man. This guy,
I
he's still out there touring. He's got the radio show he's doing back again
radio
now. Is it
exactly.
Alice's Attic or whatever? And now
Right,
he's got
right.
this podcast going. And who knows what else? He's involved in tons of charities. And he golfs 6 days a week, even on
Yeah,
tour. Six
yeah.
days a
Oh
week.
yeah, yeah.
He
And
never misses, man.
that's gotta be great for a golfer. To be able to hit all the cities, and you're not all
Right?
blasted
Play
from
all these different
alcohol and
courses,
drugs
yeah.
and stuff after the gig. So yeah, he gets up early in the morning and goes hits the local golf course. That you know. Some people say if you enjoy your job, you never have to work a day in your life, and I think that's where he is. He's not working. It's all fun.
Yeah, but still, man, just to have those commitments at that age, man, just always having some place to be or somebody to hang.
Well,
I
he's
don't
got
know.
Cheryl, his wife, with him on tour, and you've seen her. So yeah, he's got to be about as happy as can be. And yeah, this will probably be a very cool show. Sadly, I don't get Sirius XM. Is that one of those pay
Yeah,
things?
it's a pay thing. Yeah, it's a
Yeah. See,
subscription
I'm sorry.
thing.
That's the thing
And
about
then
being an.
the music, if you get for the music sucks. They have the same stuff plays every 45 minutes. That's all. Like
Oh no, no.
I'll listen to my own collection.
I'm a
Thank you.
geezer. I am a true geezer. I don't get all this technology stuff. So
But they have
it is what
different,
it is.
yeah, the podcast type things and talk shows like this and stuff that
Yeah.
true to that might be worth it, but nah, not for me.
Ah,
You know how many
okay.
podcasts there are? There
There's
are
tens
five
of millions.
billion
Yeah,
podcasts.
it's
Five
incredible.
million.
I know. Luckily, we just like to
I
talk.
don't think I
So
need to pay for a service to find
yeah,
more podcasts. I think I'm all
here,
right.
here. We just like to talk. So that's why we enjoy doing this so much because we just like to talk about this stuff, and what comes. So we're all cool about that. But again, the crazy cool week of rock news coming your way. Sure dug it, and hopefully next week we'll have even some more cool, exciting stuff. But until then, thanks a lot, everybody. If you can, give us a subscribe, like, comment, whatever, do what you can do. We'd really appreciate it. And why don't you take us home there, Doc?
Yeah, another week in the books, man. So yeah, we do this every single week. If you are a new viewer, yeah, it's kind of thing you like to keep up with the rock news every week. Please subscribe so you don't lose us. Comment, share, all that good stuff. So yeah, we'll see what goes on for the next coming up week. But whatever it is, we'll be sure to bring it to you. And until then, have a great rock and roll filled week, everybody.